So let's take a look right and dive straight into Bitcoin here. And you can see here on our chart,
Okay.
we've been running up on this bull market trend for quite a while. It's been exciting. We got our ETF approval, kind of pumping us on the way. I think we recently got also over in Asia approval for a spot ETF for
Hong
Bitcoin.
Kong, yeah.
Yeah, over in Hong Kong today. Yeah, today actually on Monday. So yeah,
Yeah.
that news came out today. So nice. And then now we're really getting close to the Bitcoin halving event here. April 20th is kind of like what people are anticipating. That's about 5 days from right now when we're talking. And so volatility is kind of kicking in a little bit as the halving event draws near. I think it's a lot of people expect this to be kind of a buy the rumor, sell the news event, and that's kind of in line with, I guess, what the chart has been doing. Like that run up is the buy the rumor, and then so now people are kind
Yeah.
of anticipating a bit of a pullback here for the sell the news event. But looking
Which
at
is
yeah,
which is what is doing, because like,
yeah,
so I have the Bitcoin chart here, and this is the weekly chart. So like, you know, two indicators we mainly use is like, of course, our trading buddy indicator.
mm-hmm,
That's a custom indicator. It tells you what the trend is going to be by signaling bull or bear. Bear just means like we've topped out and we're going to go down. Bull means we're going to go up, and
mm-hmm,
we have what's called a strength band, which like shows you the strength of the move, and also it acts as support in an uptrend, and it acts as like resistance in a downtrend.
yeah,
So that's the main indicator we use. And I also sometimes like to use the stock RSI.
mm-hmm,
uh, that just like shows you how much gas is left in the tank, if if you want to think about it that way.
yeah,
And why, and the thing is, it looked kind of overbought or topped out. So you can see around here, like it started flipping and going down.
yeah.
So the pullback was pretty expected, because like the market looked overbought, and
Yeah,
that's
here
what
on the
it's
weekly
done.
chart looks like it needs to kind of cool off as the SRSI was approaching that overbought range, and now that you can see it's starting to like halfway back down into like the middle of its
Yeah.
SRSI range, and
Yeah.
you have drawn out these support lines too, and
These
it's
support lines are like based off the monthly chart, actually, because if you look at it, the monthly close last month
oh
closed
yeah,
bullish, and the quarterly also closed bullish. But the stock again, the SRSI
mm,
looked like flatlined, and it's only natural for it to pull back a little bit to cool that off. And
yeah.
also basically like SR flip the monthly support,
Yeah, to confirm the
basically like
breakout is kind of the goal here. Because so like when you
that.
if you could think of those two red lines as like the previous kind of cap on the bull market, so you can see that's how high we got
Yeah.
last time, right? And so
Yeah.
that's going to be where like basically anything above that you could expect basically everybody is in profit. So anybody who has bought these assets when we're above these marks has the opportunity to take profit, and so there comes this like sell pressure from that. And
Mhm.
basically, what we want to see is not just breaking out above it like we've now done, but we want to see breaking out above it and then withstanding that sell pressure as people start to take profits, but
Yep.
maintaining the price above it. So what we want to see is like we want to bounce on those lines to then move up into the next kind of bull market cycle there.
Yeah. So like basically expect something like this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like for it to like continue the bullish trend is like, yeah. So I mean, so like it's nothing to worry yet. Like this was kind of expected,
Yeah.
and it's just doing its natural thing of like SR flipping, and then only to make hope, to make new highs after this. And like on the weekly, we have a strength band, so we actually have a lot of room. Even if we dip below that, like we still, as long as it stays above the strength band, we should be in a bullish
Still
trend.
in a bullish trend. Yeah, I think that's a big kind of like takeaway here from looking at these charts right
Yeah.
now is that yeah, in the last few weeks or so, we have been starting to see red market movement, and as you know, the lead up to those few weeks have been all green for like the last year almost at this point.
Yeah,
It kind of scares some of the
exactly.
new participants, or some of even the more weathered participants in these markets can get a little like scared out, like, oh, we've gotten like multiple days or weeks
Mm,
of red in a row now. And you
mm,
start getting like the PTSD flashbacks from the bear market where your portfolio took a beating. And
yeah,
so, you know, that's kind of like good to kind of zoom out to these weekly and monthly charts, and to be able to see that, like, oh yeah, we're still well above our strength band. We're still like very much in this green bull trend, and we
yeah,
still have a good amount of space between, you know, where that strength band would say, hey, this is where we need to be bouncing in order to stay within this green bullish
yeah,
trend. And so, you know, it's nice to know that, hey, we can pull back a little bit, sell off a little bit, cool down, but still be bullish
yeah,
and be in a bullish
exactly.
move.
So I think like we anticipate like that there's still a little more room on the SRSI. So like maybe this week and maybe next week too, like, we're still going into a downtrend, and then we should slowly start seeing it form a support base
Yeah.
before the next leg starts up. I mean, and also like by then the halving should also be over. So like,
Yeah, the
and
halving,
then
and then we have new ETFs approved. We have like what is it, runes coming online for Bitcoin. Like, there's a lot of exciting stuff going to continue to
right.
like push that space. So
So
I
yeah,
our
from
perspective
the
here is what's the bull market's not over. Bull market's
yeah,
cooling off, and it's an expected cool off. Pretty much everyone that's been
exactly,
tracking these you know, big events is also, you know, expecting to sell the news, and this is very much in line with that. The timeline of it is all working out. None of this
exactly.
should be shaking you out of your conviction if you have invested into these assets and you want to like participate long term. That long term picture is still very bullish, even
Yeah, exactly.
even
So
if the
we just
last 2 weeks weren't.